I'm going to try to explain dimensional analysis. Our sample question is how many milliliters is 12 ounces? So the first thing we're going to want to do is identify what we do know and what we need to know. So we're going to write down what we do know, which is 12 ounces. And what we need to know is milliliters. So I'm going to write milliliters over here because I know it's going to take us a couple conversions to get there. So using our conversion table, we want to see how we can get from ounces to milliliters. We see ounces on here a few times, but right off the bat, we don't see milliliters. And that's because it's just known that milli means 1,000. So milliliters is 1,000 liters. So I'll just go ahead and write that here for you. 1,000 milliliters equals 1 liter. So we need to find a path that will take us from ounces to milliliters. We see ounces to pound, and then pound to ton. That's not going to get us to liters or milliliters. We see ounces to grams, again, kilograms, and then to pounds. That's not going to get us anywhere. But we see ounces to quart and quart to liter. So we can go ounces to quart, quart to liter, liter to milliliter. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down so we stay on the same path. Ounces to quart, quart to liter, and then liter to milliliters. So we're going to write down here what we do know again, 12 ounces times our first fraction is going to be ounces to quart. So your label on the top needs to go on the bottom for the next fraction. So we're going to write ounces down here, and we know we're going ounces to quart, so we'll write quart on the top. So we're going to look up here and we're going to write the amount with the correct label. So 32 ounces is equal to 1 quart. We're going to wait and do the math at the end. We're just going to go ahead and write this all out so we stay on the same path. So we're going to leave a space for that answer. We're going to multiply by our next fraction. The label from the top goes on the bottom, and then what we're converting it to goes on the top. So we're going to write down our numbers. Remember to keep the number with the right label. 1.057 quarts to 1 liter. Leave some space for the answer. Your next fraction, again, what's on the top goes on the bottom. We're converting from liters to milliliters. And that's how we're going to get our answer in milliliters. So our numbers, remember, keep your number with your label. 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. So now we're going to do the math. 12 times 1 is 12. 12 divided by 32 is 0.375. 0.375 times 1 is the same thing. So we're going to do 0.375 divided by 1.057. We get a really long number. I'm going to write it down here. 0.354777767, and it keeps going. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off right about here. So we're going to round this up, make that an 8. So we're going to get 0.3548. Okay, so we're going to multiply 0.03548 times 1,000. And we get 354.8. And that would be, so you're multiplying this times this, dividing by 1. So the answer is always going to be the same. If you multiply or divide by 1, the answer is always the same. So this is our answer, 354.8 milliliters. And the way you can check yourself is just ask Siri or Google, how many milliliters is 12 ounces? And that's going to be your answer.